Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to our Luminous Air webcast workshop. My name is Mark Harvey. I'm the National Makeup Director with Luminous Air Cosmetics, and today we are going to do a basic airbrushing 101 course with you. So we have Heather here. She's going to help me in assisting you to answer some of your most basic questions today. As you all know, Luminous Air is the #1 airbrushing company in the world, not just in this country, but in the world. We're the #1 emerging department store brand, and we'd love for you to be able to use your airbrush more effectively. So that's why we're here today. We at Luminous Air believe in making the world a more beautiful place. So today, we're going to, again, start off with a little bit of Airbrushing 101. So let's say you just got your airbrush in the mail, right? You open up your box, and you see your beautiful Hello bag. Right? Beautiful clutch here. Can be used as a beautiful fashion accessory. You open it up and you either have one of two airbrushes. You have the basic system, which is what I'm using today, the basic beauty system, or the pro system, which has 3 settings: low, medium, and high. Okay? The low setting is for doing intricate detail with eyebrows and eyeshadows. The medium setting is comparable to the 1 setting here on the beauty system, which can be used for basically everything. Your foundation, your bronzer, your contouring. Pretty much everything can be done with the beauty system or that medium setting on the pro system. And then the high setting, of course, is used for doing a larger area of the body, the décolleté, the arms, for body bronzing, and things like that. Okay? It also comes with the hose here. You have your hose. And then you have the magic here. You have the airbrush gun, the airbrush stylus, okay? We're going to go over right now how you hold your stylus. If you can hold a pen, you can hold your stylus. If you can use a powder brush, you can use the airbrush stylus, okay? So take a look at my finger. Take a look at my finger, okay? See how I'm just pulling back ever so gently? Very gently. It's not hardware. It is a beauty device, okay? So very delicate. You're going to gently tap in order to apply your foundation, your bronzer, your contouring. The only reason you should ever pull back all the way is to clean your airbrush. That's the only reason you should pull back all the way. At any time else, you're just pressing very lightly on the stylus. And that's it. You're going to hold the stylus 6 to 8 inches away from the face when you're using it, going in very fluid motions. So what we're going to do, today's theme basically is foundation, learning how to apply the makeup to our canvas, okay? It's just like in art class. You start off with a blank canvas, and then you add the horizon, and then you add the grass, and then you add the sky, and then you start adding the trees and the beavers and all those wonderful things, right? Okay, so you're going to start off with very basic, all right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about doing the canvas, all right? So Heather is going to assist me and answering some questions about foundation, okay?
Fantastic.
Heather?
V-Dove, I don't know where she is, but she just asked me a question. She just got her airbrush system, and she wants to know how to pick her color.
Awesome. Very good. So this is what you're going to do. When you receive your airbrush makeup, you should have a box that has a full range, or your range, of colors, okay? It's either going to be light, medium, tan, or dark, okay? So let's say you're in the medium range, okay? So we're going to pull out these 4 foundations, okay? And we have our lovely assistant here, my lovely model, and we are going to color match her, all right? So you're going to pull out your 4 foundations, all right? And you can do the look test, just by looking at it, and then you're going to do the actual field test, the actual application test, okay? So we know that our beautiful model is not F2, okay? That's a little too light for her. So let's go to F3. She could be F3, all right? So what we're going to do is you're going to shake up your makeup. Always make sure you shake up your airbrush foundation, okay? Because our product is an all-natural product, and because it is water-based, what you're going to get is your mineral pigment that settles to the bottom, and then you're going to get your water and your humectants that rise to the top. So you're going to make sure that you shake it up really well. And because of those humectants, you're going to get a longer wearing foundation as well during the day. It's going to feel really good. No oils, no waxes, and things like that, okay? So you're going to put 1, 2, 3. I like to do about 2 to 3 drops when I'm testing, okay? You're going to turn on your airbrush, okay? And you're going to do a color swipe right here. I always like to do it around the crown of the face and this part of the face because that's the part of the face that gets more color, especially during the day, during the summertime, or even in the winter. You still are always going to have more color on that part of your face, and you're going to be lighter on the inside of your face. So to make sure that there's continuity in your face and your neck, you're going to go on this part of the face, okay? So very lightly, color swipe, okay? All right, so that's the F3. Turn it to the camera, okay? That looks good, okay? But what we're going to do, to be very sure, we're going to go to F4, which I think F4 is going to be perfect for her. Again, put 2 to 3 drops in your stylus, and then do the F4 right next to the F3. Okay, turn. I love that F4. I think that's a match. Love the F4, okay? If you still are not completely convinced, you can go down to the last color, which would be for her in her color range, which is medium, the F5. But I think the F4 is great. We don't have time to do all 4 colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go all over the face with the F4 so that you can see the difference in the 2 sides. You can see the clarity in the 2 sides. And since we're on foundation, we are going to probably go into a question that's next, which is how to cover blemishes. This is a really surefire way in knowing that the color that you are using is the correct color. Find a blemish. We all have them, okay? Except for me sometimes, okay? Find a blemish, okay? No one's born perfect. Find a blemish right there. You're going to go right over that blemish, and if it just completely vanishes into the skin, that is the perfect color. So that is the surefire way to know that you have a beautiful, beautiful color match, okay? Take a look at both sides. Look how beautiful and even that side is. Absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at that side. She still has the redness, the discoloration here, a lot of redness here, a lot of redness here, a lot of discoloration here, okay? So I hope that answered your question. Thank you so much for asking and tuning in. Okay, we're going to go to our next question.
Makeup by Naz just asked me, how can she use the airbrush underneath her eyes? Because it causes her eyes to tear up, and we'll be happy to answer you.
What was the name?
Makeup by Naz.
Makeup by Naz. I love it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the best way to get that under eye coverage. With our Luminess Air Concealer, which you can buy at lumcost.com, I kid you not, it is the best concealer I have ever used in my life. It dries down to the skin, it's not waxy, it's not oily, and if obviously you're a makeup artist with a name like Makeup by Naz, you know that that is the hardest thing, is finding concealers that, you know, have the same texture and the same consistency as your foundation so that they really mesh together on the face. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to lumcost.com and get all 5 of our concealers. Since you're a makeup artist, you're going to need all 5, okay? What we're going to do is I'm going to show you a little secret on how to do under the eyes, okay? With our concealers, you can use the concealer before the foundation or after the foundation, okay? Before the foundation or after the foundation. We're going to use C2 on our model here, okay? So we're going to put a little bit right under her eye. Okay? And she's deceivingly fair. She's deceivingly fair. So we're going to use our brightest color right under the eye. Okay? Okay. Then we're just going to tap that in, tap that in. And as you can see, she did have a darkness under her eye. She definitely had a bluish, purplish undertone under that eye. So we're just going to brighten that up. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take her foundation again. Okay? We're going to take her foundation again, and we are going to very lightly spray. Since you have that wonderful color range, you have all 4 colors, You can use the highlighting color, which is the lighter color, not the actual canvas color, to highlight under the eye. So you see how we're giving you that option so that you can really customize your client's look, or so that you can customize your look, okay? So you're going to very lightly, not spray directly under the eye. You're going to basically go right along the orbital bone. You're going to go right along the orbital bone there. You're not going to go directly under the eye because that's where we use the concealer, okay? So for that purpose, you know, especially if you're doing your eyes or a bride's eye or someone that you know has very sensitive eyes, definitely go in with a concealer first as opposed to after, and then go in with the airbrush after that. And take a look. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that is. No more redness. The redness on the cheek is gone. The under eye looks totally bright and even. It's so beautiful, okay? So that's the secret, okay? If you have a very watery eye, don't go under the eye with the airbrush, okay? If your eye can withstand the air, if your eye can withstand, you know, that very light breeze, then absolutely use the airbrush. If not, go to lumcost.com, grab our concealers. The consistency is wonderful. It marries well with the foundation so that you are getting the optimum coverage for under your eyes. And it lasts all day and it doesn't crease and it doesn't smudge, okay? Thank you so much, Makeup by Naz.
Okay, I just got a fantastic question from Patricia. She wanted to know basically what was the difference between the matte and the satin foundation, and she also wanted to know if one of our makeup lines is waterproof.
Very good. Patricia, awesome question. You totally segued right into what I was going to answer next, okay? You guys have like ESP. I love it, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you about the difference between our satin formula and our matte formula. Our satin formula would definitely be for a woman who basically never wears makeup or who has normal skin, normal to dry skin, because it gives a very dewy, satiny finish, okay? It gives a very youthful finish. If you take a look in the trends in makeup today, that's what everyone is moving towards. They're going for that really dewy, satiny look. You have the drama on the eyes and the drama on the lips, but the foundation itself is very dewy and very satiny, okay? So the difference is that the satin finish is very dewy. The difference between that is the matte. The matte finish is very matte. It gives you a very powdery look, and it has more oil controlling properties. So the people that are going to use the matte formula would be someone that has very oily skin. It's going to be a woman that has, you know, in time past always worn a very matte, you know, heavier look. And also our powders are very good for mattifying our makeup as well. Our translucent powders can be, you can get our translucent powders at lumcost.com as well. So that's the difference. You have your dry to normal skin, a woman that doesn't wear very much makeup wearing the satin formula, and then you have the makeup lover, the makeup savvy woman that really likes to have a lot of makeup on, and a woman that has very oily skin wearing the matte finish.
Question. Okay, I have one more question, and we have time for one more question. And this is from Susie Q. She wanted to know basically, she sees that we asked to go in circles, but how tight of the circles, and also how many drops of foundation should she use per each layer?
Awesome question, Susie. Is it Susie Q?
Yes.
Susie Q. I love these names, okay? So great, Susie Q. That's a great question. We're going to demonstrate on our model here, and we're actually going to demonstrate with some foundation, then we'll do some bronzer just to contour her, okay? So we're going to, again, use her foundation, okay? We're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to do 4 to 6 drops. When you have found what color that best suits you, you're going to start off by using 4 to 6 drops. 4 to 6 drops should cover really the whole face. If you are, you know, a makeup maven and you just love that really made up look, which down south, us Texas girls love that made up look. That's wonderful, you know. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of just layer what we just did on our model's face, okay? Great. So I'm holding the stylus 6 inches away from the face. 6 to 8 inches. Always 6 to 8 inches. You're going to blend down 6 to 8 inches and see how fluid motions. Make sure that you are not holding the airbrush in one place too long. You never want to get a concentration of color on one area of the face, okay? It is going to look too made up. It is going to look blotchy, Okay, so make sure you do not do that. Make sure you have very fluid movements. We're going to go in with a little bronzer right now so that you can really see a difference, because she already had foundation on this side. So I want you to really see a difference in what we're going to do with the bronzer. Okay, very circular motions. You can do, little swipes like that as well. The objective is to make sure you are going in fluid motions. That is really, you're going to get your own knack. You're going to get your own feel for how you should hold the airbrush. Okay, you're going to, have your own technique when you get really familiar with the airbrush. Okay, but rule of thumb, always never hold it too close and never hold it in one spot too long. Okay, and we see the difference between both cheeks. We have a beautiful, look at that. Oh my goodness. She looks like a sun-kissed goddess. Look at the difference between that side and that side. Hello. Hello. Goodbye. Okay? Look how beautiful. Look how absolutely beautiful. We have a beautiful contoured cheek here. And then we have kind of, not so much here. Okay? We have the redness and the blemishes and, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay? Very good. Thank you so much, Patricia, for that wonderful question. Thank everyone for tuning in today. We really appreciate all the questions. If you have any more questions that we were not able to get to, please make sure that you email us at help@luminousair.com. And Miss Heather will be here, your wonderful support system. Okay, when I'm not here, if you have more questions, you can call that number that's on your screen to speak to someone live. Okay, and again, always go to www.lumcost.com to the Luminess Air store to receive some more of our wonderful products: foundation, eyeshadows, blush, concealers. Okay, if you don't already have them, they're at lumcost.com. Thank you so much. Tune in next Wednesday at 11 a.m. for some more wonderful techniques and tips using Luminess Air Cosmetics. It's Mark Harvey signing out. Thank you so much. Have a great day. All right, back to contouring. All right, I'm the queen of contouring, as you can see. Okay, contouring is all about highlighting and shading, okay? So Carrie asked a wonderful question about, she kind of has a wide nose. We're going to learn how to contour the nose and the cheekbones using those techniques that I just showed you earlier with the foundation, okay? So remember, you have 4 shades of foundation, 4 shades. So you're going to choose your lightest shade of foundation that comes in your range, okay? For our beautiful model here, it's F2, foundation number 2, okay? So we're going to put about 3 drops. Now, if you are a woman of color, then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to choose the lightest shade in your color range. It's the same concept, okay? Just using different colors, okay? So we're going to highlight now, all right? So we're going to highlight with our model, okay? Zoom in. We're going to highlight right here, okay? We're going to highlight her T-zone. And very fluid motions, okay? We're going to highlight under the eyes, in the cheekbone, very fluid motions. You guys see that? Beautiful. Oh my God, get a close-up of that. I mean, would you not die if you woke up and had bone structure like that naturally? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, she does, but I'm just saying, the airbrush helps a lot, okay? So then we're going to go in this area too, to really cut it up, to really cut up the face and make it look, just that much more contoured, okay? So we got down the bridge of the nose, cheek, jaw, okay? It looks really cut up now. So now we're going to use either your bronzer or the darkest color in your shade range. Or if you're a makeup artist, you should have all 12 colors. So what I would do is the darker color in your shade range, in her case, would be a number 5. If you have all of our Luminous Air colors, or the best contour color for pretty much all skin types, the light, the medium, and the tan, is going to be foundation number 8. Okay? So all of my Caucasian ladies and fair skin ladies, foundation number 8. Get online, lumcost.com, and get foundation number 8. that is your contour color. If you're asking me how to contour your nose or your cheekbones, then you must be very makeup savvy and very, acclimated with how makeup works. So you need to get online and get foundation number 8. For all of my women of color, your contour color is going to be foundation number 12, the last color in our shade range, okay? So we're going to get foundation number 8, and we're going to put 1, 2, 3 drops. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start right here, okay? We're going to start right here and feel where her bone is. And then we're just going to follow it down, okay? Feel where that bone is and follow it down, just like that. We're going to do it one more time. Feel where that bone is, follow it down. Look at that. Look at that. Feel where that bone is and follow it down. Do you see the difference already? See the difference? See the difference in the camera? See the difference? So now we're going to do the other side. Feel where that bone is, follow it down. See the difference? Feel where that bone is, follow it down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at even when she turns into the light. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay? So the whole objective is to make sure that you still have that highlighting color down the bridge of the nose and that highlighting color here and here. Everywhere else we're going to use a darker color, and we're going to do it in very light, very airy, fluid motions down both sides of the nose and under the cheekbone. Okay? Take a look. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You see how she's nice and highlighted? Very good. Very good. Or if you want a more extreme example of highlighting and contouring, you can zoom into my face. Okay? Highlight it. Highlight it. Okay? Great. Great, great, great. All right? So thank you so much for that question, Carrie. Next question.
Max wanted to know about darker tones, because we talked about showing some lighter skin tones and how to color match. I know that we don't have a darker skinned model, but there's some things that Mark can tell us about how to find your perfect color when you have rich tones.
Absolutely. Very good question, Max. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, it's all about undertones with your women of color and with your men of color. Okay, it's all about undertones, all right? Personally, let's go with me. I'm the model. Let's go with me, all right? I have lots of yellow undertones, okay? And see how I turned over my arm here? Yellow. Yellow undertones, okay? Yellow undertones, all right? But look at this part of my arm and my neck and my face. Red undertones from where my face hits the sun. It's the same situation with a person that is Caucasian or that's lighter, okay? They're going to get more color around this part of the face. That is the part of the face that you want to add warmth to, okay? But the main color is going to be the inside of the face, okay, or the undertones, okay? So what you're going to do, Max, is your shade range probably is 7, 8, 9, and 10, okay? Between 7 and 10, you have your color there, okay? You may have to blend the color. 7 may not be perfect. 8 may be just right. And 10 may be your bronzing color, okay? So what you're going to do, Max, is you're going to test the F7 here. If that F7 matches better on the inside of your face, then guess what? What you're going to do is you're going to use that F7 just on the inside of your face. You're going to put about 3 or 4 drops, and then you're going to highlight down the bridge of your nose, under your eyes, your cheekbones, just in the middle of your face. And then, because women of color and men of color have lots of discoloration, a lot of hyperpigmentation, we're like giraffes. We're like, 6, different colors. Then it's okay for you to blend, okay? So then after you use the F7, you're going to then see if the F8 matches the warm part of your face, or the F10 matches the warm part of your face. So then you're going to go in after that and use 3 or 4 drops of the F10, okay? And then you're going to blend that into the F7 and put it all around the area that is more warm on your face. So it really is a layering process. It's a layering process when you can't find the right color or when one color does not exactly match your skin tone. It's all about layering and blending, okay? So hopefully that answered your question. And what we'll do is we'll try to have a woman of color for next time. We'll have both. We'll have a Caucasian girl. We'll have a woman of color for our next webcast workshop, Wednesday at 11 a.m. next week. Hope to see you there. See you later.